Hi, I'm Martina and I'm here in Zurich to meet Diego. He's a coach and an entrepreneur. And Diego, welcome. I'm really excited to be here with you today.
Me too.
And the first thing I want to know from you is, in life there's a lot of things we think that we can never achieve, or we're afraid of, or we don't want maybe to achieve. And then suddenly we realize it's part of our life. What is that one thing for you?
If I think back, when I was little, the thing that I feared the most was to talk in front of people. I was a very shy little boy. I was crying for pretty much no reason, I have to admit. And things are funny in life sometimes, how it changes. Now this is pretty much has become my job, and not only my job, but it's become my passion, and it's something that I really, really like doing.
You are an entrepreneur and performance and personality coach. How did you become that?
I never actually decided that I want to become a coach. It's something that kind of happened throughout my life. I've always been interested. I guess that's my constant in life. So I started and I became an entrepreneur, and I worked in different companies in different areas. I started my own as well. And then I had friends coming up to me and saying, "Hey, how do you do that? How do you deal with all these things? And how do you manage to achieve these kind of things that for them and for me at the beginning as well seemed almost impossible?" This is how it happened. And all of a sudden it just clicked, and I realized if I turn this into my job, my everyday life, this is where I have access to a vast amount of different interests, different people from different backgrounds, and I can also do good for people, and this is a really nice feedback that comes back then.
So let's say I really don't know what I want to do. I'm unhappy with my current life, and I want to change something, but I don't know how. So I come to you, and how can you help me?
I believe there are no fixed recipes. The trickiest part really, and not for me as a coach, but for you as a person, is to figure out what's your passion, what really drives you in life, where do you want to go. Now this sounds very simple, but it's actually not. And I think if you can get to that point where you can realize what's your passion, then you can start and figure out the way how you want to achieve that. So what I would tell you in this case is take time for yourself and try to follow those things that you realize make you happy.
So you say it's really important to listen to your gut and to your heart, follow your heart, and get that feeling back of when you were little kids.
That's a great example, because when we were kids, we just thought, okay, hey, it's a beautiful day, the sun is shining, let's go out and play. Who's around? Let's have fun. And I think if we can keep that attitude in life, everything's going to come easier.
You take time for yourself, which I think is really important, even though maybe you have a job, maybe you work 9 to 5, but still taking that extra time for yourself, for to read a book, to talk to friends, to go to a spa or do some sports, cook a healthy meal, whatever it is, you need that time for yourself so that you can feel yourself. Because too often we just go to work because this is what we need to do, and we come back and we sleep, and we don't really feel our body or our emotions. And I think that's a very interesting point that you mentioned.
Yeah. And I think, you experience it yourself as well. I see that you take a lot of time for yourself as well. The fast-paced lives that we live nowadays, it doesn't come easy, and it doesn't come natural or automatic. So you need to really take out these chunks of life out just for yourself.
You have a family, you have your job, you do a lot of sports. How are you able to combine all of this and still have time and enjoy life?
I think it's all about priorities. Set your priorities straight, and most of all, be wherever you are right now. That sounds easy, but it's often not, because we're maybe sitting at dinner with our girlfriend, with our family, and then we're checking emails or chatting with people that are not there. And then when we're with friends, we're talking about the girlfriend that's at home. And when we're doing sports, we're thinking again about the job. And when we're at the job, so often we're not in the moment. We're not enjoying the life that we're living right then and there. And if you do these two things, you set your priorities straight and you live in the moment, then I think all of these things are possible.
You can feel grateful for things, and you just take situations the way they are right now. And you make the most out of it without living in the past or in the future, which distracts you from being here right now.
From life.
From life.
I like that you mentioned gratitude, because I think gratitude really is the absolute highest status that you can have in life, because you cannot be grateful and at the same time depressed. You cannot be grateful and angry. You cannot be grateful and unhappy, because if you're grateful for what you have, you're embracing life. I think this is something we can actively do to really, also take time for ourselves and think of all of the things that we're grateful for every single day.
That's a good exercise to do every day in the morning to start the day full of energy.
Exactly.
It's not easy to have the discipline to do it every day, but I think it really makes a difference in your life. What do you wish everyone knew about life or about success in life?
I guess that a lot more is possible than what can be seen with the eye. There's a small part that is the potential that we have and we're using, and then there's a part of the potential that we know we have but we're not tapping into that yet. But the absolute biggest one is the potential that we neither see nor are using right now. We're capable of doing so much more than we ever think possible. And if we're aware of that, I think people are gonna, in general, shoot for higher goals, higher dreams. They believe that it's possible. And the whole atmosphere and also the interpersonal relationships are gonna improve a lot.
Diego, thank you so much for being here with me today, for sharing your personal life, business, success story with us. Guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please make sure you subscribe below and let us know in the comments what you want us to talk about next time so we can make this happen for you. Thank you and see you next time.